Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at all the information we need to know about the current tournament of Power Season. You have timestamp for every section so you can jump to any part at any time. During the weekend I will do the gameplay and walkthrough video and I will show you how to target every single fight and how to position your character. Now to start we're gonna have the route. We are going to follow the yellow line as always. At the end, you're gonna have two different boss fight that you can choose from, the one on the middle and the one on the left. I would advise you the one on the middle. The left one is much trickier to approach because it has too many tag units, and in there you're gonna struggle on what to put in the top row. For the fights that we will face, fight 1 to 6 are on screen. You're gonna need some purple or greens on fight number 1 because you have two blue and two green enemy. Just depend on who you're gonna take last. For example, if you take two blue at the end, you're gonna put greens in the top row so they can get targeted. And if you put purples in the top row, you're gonna take greens at the end, and you need to eliminate the yellow first so he doesn't attack your purples. Similar stuff, fight number 2, I would advise you to put greens in the top row and take the two blue at the end. And I wouldn't do, for example, reds in the top row because there is two blue enemy and you cannot eliminate them quick enough. So greens is for fight 2. Fight 3 is gonna be yellow or purples. Fight 4 is gonna be red or blues. Fight 5 is gonna be blues. Fight 6 and 7 are the same, and I would advise you to put reds in the top row. And in this fight, you're gonna have three yellow enemy. Fight number 8, you can put either greens or blue. I'm saying either greens because there is a revival unit with the Andro with 13. So if you take him last, you can take or you can put some greens in the top row. But if you want to take the two reds last, you're gonna put some blues in the top row. Fight number 9, you're gonna put either purple or greens. And if you put purples, you're gonna take the greens last. And if you put greens, you're gonna take the blues last. Fight number 10, you're gonna put either yellow or reds. Fight number 11 and 12, you're gonna put yellows. And in here, you're gonna take the purples at the end. Now, you might not have like every color in your team because the tags are pretty restricted. So I will give you alternatives for each fight during the walkthrough video. Here is the summary of each color and what you need in the top row. As you can see here, for purples you can have up to 3 fights where you can put purples in the top row, but also there is no fight where it is necessary to have purples, and you can skip that color if you do not have some good purples. For blues and greens, there is at least one fight each where you need a blue or green in the top row. For yellow and red, you need 2 at least, and up to 4 if you wish to. For the boost this season, this is the following. We're gonna have the two new units in the Tamagami and Goku that have 35% boost. Now, the Tamagami is gonna be free this season. We can get him from the Hoi Poi event, so even if he is 0 star, you can use him and he's gonna be very important since he has 35% boost. So do not start your TOP run until you can get your Tamagami. At 0 star, he will work, he won't die, and you will use him in every fight. And I will show you how to do that without him dying, of course. I'm gonna have him at 0 star, and I will or you can basically replicate what I'm doing. And like that, it's gonna be pretty easy to get the 1k cc. We get back to the boost here. You might have noticed, but there is an extra tier this season between the 15 and 35% boost, and it's gonna be a 20% boost one because there is 3 tags that are boosted in Sun Farm, Weapon Wielder, and Daima. Daima has a 10% extra boost, the two others have 5%, and you're gonna have 3 characters that can benefit from it, which is gonna be the 3 mini Gokus, the odd ones, not the new legend one. Regardless, the Tamagami number 1, you're gonna use him when you get him from the Hoi Poi, and I would advise you to use any tier 2 characters you have in the 3 mini Gokus. The blue and green one are easily obtainable. Everyone should have the green one. The blue one, you can farm him right now, and even if he's low star, you're gonna use him. And you also have the red one. the one that most people do not have because he's an LL. But if you do know you do own him, sorry, I would really advise you to use him. I would use O3 even if they are low star, similar with the Tamagami number one. After that, we're gonna move to tier 3. Use tier 3 character if you have them. Now, do not use them low star if your tier 2 and tier 1 characters are low. I would say 3 character maximum below 7 star in your team. So, if your 3 character that are low star are already from tier 2 and tier 1, maybe you can pivot to a couple of tier 4 that are high star if you do not have any tier 3 that are high star. But regardless, you can take out the highest boost possible you have from your team. And let's get to the replacement and look at the team that I will be using. This is the squad that I will be using. Obviously, this empty spot will be for the Tamagami when I get him, the one from the Hoi Poi. I haven't got the Hoi Poi yet, but I will try to farm it in the next couple of days. I will be using him at 0 star, and I'm gonna put this EX Green Naval as a placeholder. Just imagine he is the Tamagami. So the Tamagami is going to be used by everyone. You must use him, and he will be used in every single fight. He's going to have 35% boost. Even if he's 0 star, he will be fine as long as you follow how I will position the characters and how you will target, of course. Other than that, this guy, the blue Goku and the green one, you should be able to get them easily in the game. There is a lot of like exchange shops, the login and so on that will give you for free the characters. This guy, they even gave him in missions, and most people have him Zenkai. If you can Zenkai him, I would really advise you to do that too. It's gonna be pretty important, and both the Gokus will be used in every fight too because they have 20% boost. The last character that I would advise to use in every fight from the ones I have in my team is gonna be the red LL Goku. If you own him, he's gonna be pretty good for you in battle, especially he's a Zenkai. If you have him Zenkai, even if he is not Zenkai, I would take him and use him in every fight. Now we're gonna have 4 characters left, and if you have the new LL Super Saiyan 3 or Legend Super Saiyan 3 rather, I would really advise you to put him in your team. You can use him instead of whatever low star character you have between the 4 here, and he will be absolutely fine, and you will use him in every fight. Now if you have all 4 characters here low star, and you have also the Legend Super Saiyan 3, maybe remove one of the 4 characters and put Legend Super Saiyan 3, because 5 characters low star is going to be a struggle. Unless your Legend Super Saiyan 3 is high star, you can have him as your extra character, even if 2 or 3, 4 character of them are low star. For the rest of the squad, what you're gonna do is if you have the tier 2 characters at high star, or tier 3 rather, I would really advise you to use them. You will get as much points as possible. If you do not own the characters, or if they are not high star, and them characters here that are mandatory are not high star, you probably want to pivot to tier 4 or tier 5 characters. There is some tier 4 characters that can be decent and you can obtain easily. For example, this Legend Road Goku. If you do not have blue Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or Tamagami number 2 is low star, you can use this guy here. You can use, for example, the EX Blue Goku. He can be fine as long as he's high star. You can also use, for example, Majin Buu. If you have Majin Buu high star, you can use him in your team and so on. Just gonna depend on your star. I would say have these 4 characters if you can. If you cannot have the red mini Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you can use a tier 2, the legend Goku. It just depends on the character you have. If you do not have him and you don't have the legend Goku, for example, you can use a tier 2 and you should be okay. Other than that, if you have the legend Super Saiyan 3 Goku and your team is pretty low star and you have all the rest of the characters, so you're gonna go here. You have all the characters and you have legend Super Saiyan 3 Goku. You can add any tier 5 character, that will be okay, because you're gonna have so much boost from the legend Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 3, the 4 mandatory character that I talked about. with Tamagami and the 3 mini Gokus. You can add whatever character as long as he's Zenkai high star and has at least 5% boost, and they will help you tank and so on. It's just make sure the characters are helping you in terms of colors. For example, you don't have a yellow, maybe search for a Zenkai yellow that is tier 5 and you should be okay. If everyone is high star already, then don't bother and go for tier 2 and tier 3 plus the tier 1 Tamagami and Legend Goku if you own him. That's basically it for my team. Just remember to have the correct art on everyone, so double check the characters and make sure they have the correct one, and the equipment are on screen. Just remember the crash equip cannot be worn on characters below 7 stars. So for example this Goku, he cannot use the equipment for me, so I'm gonna use a silver as a third equip. If you do not have the silvers equipped, just go farm one. You don't need to get a high roll and put it. You can delete it when the season is over. That's all for today's video. If you have any question, let me know in the comment. The gameplay is coming Sunday, hopefully. Have a good one and goodbye.